Telkom's 2025 financial results reveal a robust mobile segment, with mobile service revenue climbing 10.2% from 19.02 billion to 20.97 billion rand, driven by a 13.4% surge in subscribers. Well, the company's subscriber base expanded from 20.44 million to 23.28 million, with prepaid subscriptions leading the growth at 15.4%. Mobile data revenue soared 12.3%, fueled by a 19.5% increase in data subscribers and a 24.1% rise in data consumption to 1,759 petabytes. Well, joining us now is from Telkom. We're going to chat a little bit to him about that. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon and thank you for having me, Juliet, and good afternoon to your viewers as well.
Now, what key strategies drove the 10.2% mobile service revenue growth and the 13.4% subscriber increase, particularly in the prepaid segment?
Absolutely. Indeed, it's an excellent set of results that we are announcing today, which really demonstrate a competent execution of our data-led strategy. And as you can see, that our mobile service revenue is up by 10%, and we've expanded our market share as well. And really at the back of this is our value proposition that we provide to our own customers. We are able to provide affordable price points to our own consumer base. And most of those value propositions are actually quite attractive, and customers really love them as well. We've created a data analytics capability internally that is AI powered, that actually allows us to really mine customer data and understand their behavior, and that gives us the ability to actually offer them propositions that actually meet their needs. We were also really focused as well on really extending our reach into the different regions where we are under indexed in terms of our own market share, where we do know that customers do know our brand, they do know our propositions. We then employ our own distribution execution strategies where we acquire new customers, and once they start to experience our network and also our value propositions and the richness of the data propositions that we have, they keep lapping on it. They actually really love it. We've also gone as far as really introducing a low-cost 4G device that actually allows us to capture customers that are still using the old feature phone, so that they really get an affordable smartphone at the price point that actually works for them, and also the data value proposition that we've actually bundled with that smartphone, which really allows customers to actually get access to the internet and actually participate in this economy that's becoming much more digital in nature. And then lastly as well, we've got a fintech proposition called ETU, which actually allows customers to be able to buy airtime on credit. And we've seen really growth at the back of that, a proposition as well, where it actually contributed to the results that you see today. And lastly, as we deploy fiber across the country as well, we have a demand-led strategy that actually we deploy fiber where we see there's demand for fiber solutions. As you can see that our fiber connection rate is sitting at 50%, and also in that space as well, we are able to create really affordable fiber propositions to our own customers as well.
Lunga, how does the 7.5% increase in mobile capital expenditure to 2.8 billion rand align with Telkom's shift towards an infrastructure-focused company, and what are the expected returns on that?
Absolutely, for us. I mean, how we actually deploy capital, we actually use a smart way where we actually look at, is there particular demand for customers to utilize our services in a particular area. We then expand our footprint in terms of the mobile, let's call it infrastructure itself, but we actually have a lot of fiber infrastructure that we continuously maintain and actually extend into areas where there is no infrastructure at all. How we monetize on top of that is to actually really continue focusing on creating these data-led propositions where we create really good propositions for customers with rich data that are affordable to them. And that's how we monetize the network that we expand. By monetizing the network, then you are able to create the returns on the capital that you've invested, that you can either invest back into the business and or give it back to shareholders. And as you would have heard today as well, we've declared a dividend after reinstating it last year, where we're demonstrating that we're not only investing capital, we're actually returning it to the business, to invest back into the business, but also returning cash back into the shareholders' hands as well, so that they can start to see yield on their investments in the business.
And then lastly, the postpaid subscriber base grew modestly at 1.2%, but average revenue per user rose 3.1%. Now, what steps is Telkom taking to accelerate growth while maintaining profitability?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the method within which we actually sell our proposition, be either prepaid or postpaid, is really driven by what customers would want to use as a buying method. Either they want to pay it over a period of time and or they want to just pay for it upfront. Actually, most propositions that we create is usually aimed at meeting that customer demand, depending on how they want to do it. So what you see today from a growth perspective, especially just across both businesses, either prepaid or postpaid, is actually quite pleasing for us, for starters, but we don't deliberately try and target customers at a postpaid level that would like to reach certain levels. It's all driven by customer behavior and the demand that comes from customers. And as a result, today you can see a blended ARPU that's actually quite healthy. You can see a customer growth that is actually quite healthy, and our conversion of that customer growth and traffic is actually quite healthy at over 10% in service revenue, which demonstrates that the propositions that we have in the market are actually being loved by customers, and it's actually growing our service revenue itself.
Thank you so much for chatting to us. That was Lunga Siyo, CEO, Telkom Consumer and Small Business.